Hello, today talking about another deck from Liverpool that was an Arceus deck featuring a dragon Pokemon. It's Arceus Rayquaza this time. And actually, I think it's more accurate to say it's Arceus Rayquaza Firebox. It's a bit of a Frankenstein deck in that it's got a lot of different decks kind of mashed together. It may be trying to do a little bit too much, but there is value in a lot of these pieces, I will say. I think I would probably want to strip back the deck a little bit, but not too much. It's actually a pretty intriguing deck, and I'm very much looking forward to taking a look at it. It did do quite well. It was piloted to by two people to the top 30, 26th place overall by Liam Burden, and 30th overall to Connor Morgan. So very nice job by them. And it's a very interesting deck. It's an Arceus deck. It plays the full 4-3 line with 4 DTE energies. So it can just do the Arceus thing, which is do 180 to 200 damage each turn and accelerate energy around, right? So Trinity Nova, 200 damage, and attach up to 3 basic energies to your Pokemon V any way you'd like, and set up an Arceus, or with this deck, generally setting up a Rayquaza Vmax. And of course, Starbirth ability is very important here. Search your deck for any 2 cards once over the course of the game. Very, very good. So Rayquaza, which is the other deck card the deck's named after, a 2-2 line, Rayquaza Vmax, which was one of the bigger flops, I would say. It was very hyped up, excited. People were excited about it and just didn't really work. This deck is as good as a Rayquaza deck as I've seen. I will say that too. So Rayquaza, 320 HP, Dragon type, so no weakness, which is nice. And so Max Burst can do big damage. It's got great scaling potential for Fire. Lightning does 20 damage, but then you may discard any amount of basic Fire energy or any amount of basic Lightning energy from this Pokemon. This deck is designed to discard the Fire energy. And then this attack does 80 more damage for each energy you discard that way. So it allows you to one-shot anything. This deck has 2 different ways, I will point out, to one-shot Charizard EX. You get 4 energies on the Rayquaza VMAX. That's a bunch, but you could get there, and I definitely have gotten there multiple times. And then the other way, before I jump off Rayquaza, the VMAX also has a nice ability, Azure Pulse. Once during a turn, you may discard your hand, draw 3 cards. You obviously even want to be careful whether you want to actually toss away your hand that turn or not, but it's a very nice option to have there. The Azure Pulse is a nice ability for sure. And then the other way to do big damage is with Radiant Heatran, a really nice Fire Radiant Pokemon. I like it a lot. Radiant Charizard seems more play because it's easy to get powered up with its ability. You only need to attach 1 energy, but this does bigger damage. Raging Blast for 3 energy, so you need 3 energies, but again, deck's designed to get energies into play. You do 70 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon, so it plays Magma Basin as you expect, so use it once, that's 2 damage counters, does 140. You do it twice, 40 damage counters, does 280, a really, of course, important number to hit. And then you do it 3 times, 60 damage counters, it's 420. It's one-shotting everything, including Charizard EX, which there's a lot of, and having a one-shot threat to that's great. And look, it's a single price, so that's good. At times, your opponent's going to be scared of this, just boss it up and take it out, which is sad to see. But of course, that means they didn't damage your multi-price Pokemon. So a nice thing there. The other attacker in the deck, well, there's actually a bunch of attackers. As I said, it's a box deck, a bit of a Frankenstein. Delphox V going with the Firebox. Eerie Glow for 1 energy. The opponent's burned and confused. That's kind of in case of emergency, break glass attack. But Magical Fire, what it's here for, 120 damage for 3 energy. Then you put 2 energies attached to this Pokemon in the Lost Zone, and it does 120 damage when your opponent's bench Pokemon. So 120 the active, 120 to a bench can be very important in a number of decks. I will say this isn't getting as much value as some of the other cards. This might, I like it in a Firebox. I just think with this Arceus Rayquaza Firebox, maybe the Delphox gets dropped from the deck. At times it's nice to have, but it's just not, I'm not got the value out of it that I would like to see for the deck space. It's taking 1 Drapion V for the Mew matchups. Is that, again, for playing on the ladder, I would definitely drop the Drapion V, but with wild style attacks for one call. The attack is one colorless less for each of your opponent's single, rapid, or fusion straight Pokemon in play. Obviously, if they're playing Urshifu and Teleon, which isn't seeing a lot of play, that helps there. And then Mew, of course, is just all fusion strike Pokemon, so it attacks for free. Then it does 190, 62 itself as well, but you're one-shotting a Mew Vmax. That's quite nice. But, you know, you can win the Mew matchup, I think, without it as well. Again, I'm not sure I'd put it in the deck. And then Mew EX, I do like it in the deck. It's got free retreat, so that pivot's nice because Magma Basin only goes to the bench. The attack definitely is useful. Genome hacking for 3 energy. Use one of your opponent's active Pokemon's attacks and use it as the attack for this Pokemon. So that can be very useful. Another way late game to take out the a Charizard EX, in fact, right? Because once they've taken 5 prizes, you will one-shot their Charizard EX with this attack. So that's good as well. And then the restart ability, of course, very good. Draw, you have 3 cards in hand. And you know, you can see a lot of cards between the supporters, Rayquaza's Azure Pulse, and Restart. You're seeing a ton of cards on a turn. And then it plays a 2/3 line of Armarouge. Armarouge has the fire off abilities. Often you want during your turn, you may move a fire energy from your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. So we're tossing damage counters on to a particularly rated Heatran because it wants those damage counters, right? You want to get usually 3 on as quickly as you can and then push them to another attacker, a lot of times a Rayquaza, to do big damage there. So very nice Pokemon. You can attack with it, but we're not really doing that much. And then 3 of the basics, 3 of they're all 70 HP with a retreat cost of 1, but this one does, you can attack for 1 to do 10 or 2 to do 20. This one has a bigger attack of 60, but it needs 3 energy. So they've done a split, 1 of this Charcadet and 2 of the other. I probably would just go with 3 of this one, I think. But anyway, wanting to get 3 energies on this on a single turn for the attack. I mean, that's why it's here, I assume. I just don't think for 3 energy, 60 is worth the payoff, I will say. The energy count. So 4 DTEs, like I said, 2 lightning, we need 1 lightning on the Rayquaza Vmax. So just keep in mind you only have 2, so be careful with that. You don't want to run out of those. And then 8 basic fire energies to accelerate. We want to try to get those in the discard right away. Now, part of where the deck gets part of its tension too, with its Frankenstein nature, because we need these lightning energies and the pieces for the Rayquaza. We have a little less fire energy than we would, which means getting the fires in the discard pile for Magma Basin and Armarouge gets a little tougher, right? So that's the nature. But the deck 4 DTEs. 2 lightning, 8 fire energies, maybe increasing the fire if you cut something. Maybe, I'm not sure what changes I would make, though. A few more fire energy. I know I have had times where it's been tough to get fire energies in the discard pile, which makes Magma Basin then difficult to work. Magma Basin is the only stadium it plays. You may attach a fire energy from the discard pile to one of your bench fire Pokemon, so very nice there. And you put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon. Of course, Radiant Heatran just loves those damage counters, so very nice there. Switching the Arceus standard, 1 switch, 1 escape rope. Honestly, I've been getting good value out of the rope in this deck. I might actually switch up to 2. Well, no, I've gotten value out of both, I guess is what I'll say. They both have served an important purpose to the deck. So I do like the split in the Arceus decks, and it continues here. Obviously, we're losing rope, so that is what it is. So Pokemon to get in play, 4 Ultra Balls. We want to discard those basic energies. Maybe a Earthen Vessel, right, to search out an energy and discard an energy could help get those energies in the discard a little better. 4 Nest Balls, get those basics Pokemon onto the bench there, which is good. 1 Choice Belt to help the math against things. Again, the Pokemon damage scales pretty well, so I'm not sure if Choice Belt is necessary. I played a number of games with it. I haven't run into a game where Choice Belt has been the card I needed, right? There's a lot of EXs out there. So you can get to the numbers you want, I think, pretty easily without the Choice Belt, even against Pokemon V. So maybe it helps enough. I'm not sure. 1 Pal Pad to get some supporters back, which is a super nice card. And then the rest are just the supporters. 1 Judge, which is good. Again, 1 copy. Well, you do have Arceus' ability to get that 1 of card, too. So perhaps Judge, It's not Judge Path though; it's Judge Magma Basin. But one judge in the deck, 3 Ionos. Obviously, you know what it does. You see a bunch of cards early. You put your opponent to a small hand late if they've taken a lot of prizes. Three research, which is very good in the deck. We need to just get the deck set up and get some energy in the discard. So I like the research a lot in the deck. And then 3 Bosses Order, super, super, super good boss with this deck. Since when you attack with Rayquaza, you are discarding those energies, and then you've got to get them back and play the following turn. So you can't. It's difficult to have big attack followed by big attack. Whether you attack with Rayquaza, you discard the energy, or you attack with a Radiant Heatran, but then those 3 energy are getting lost there as well. So it's nice having to kind of control things where I don't have to do big attack after big attack. I can get a smaller attack somewhere in the middle of that as I kind of sequence things, which is kind of how the deck seems to work. So it's a good 60. It's a little, you need to know the matchup and what to play, I will say. At times, it's a lot of things that it's trying to do, but you just need to focus for the matchup what you need to do. And it is a fun deck, and it has gotten good value out of the Rayquaza, which is awful nice to see. Let's take a look on the ladder and see what we can do. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, let's see what we can do with this game here. Sorry for a little delay to say something. Of course, these games take a little bit to get going too. And it's becoming a growing frustration for me. Okay, I want to go first, certainly as Arceus deck, Charkit, Armarouge and stuff. A lot of stage ones want to. All right, I'll put Mew in the active. That's good. I will probably attach a fire to Arceus. We'll see what I draw, of course. All right, so up against Lost Zone. Okay, we will see what happens here. I think I kind of like I think I want to get Rayquaza going. I also have him. I can evolve him, right? So that's good. So just end turn here. Choice Belt might be useful, but they probably play Lost Vacuum, which could just help them get another card in the Lost Zone or 2, right? So I don't want to help them out there. So up against Giratina. So Choice Belt's useful. Have to decide how I want I want the Choice Belt. I'm not sure if I want to attach it this turn or not, though. I'm not going to take a knockout this turn on Giratina. That's essentially guaranteed. So we'll see what happens here. All right, he's good to get going. I'll Iono because I need to set up and attack this turn. It might help my opponent. I don't know. Okay, that is very nice there. All right, so do I want to go with a second Arceus this matchup? I don't think I want Radiant Heatran just because I think he's not going to be good for me. Do I want a second? I think double Arceus maybe. So I need a DTE. That's a given. I don't think I want a Magma Basin yet because that's risky. I think I'll grab a supporter for next turn. Actually, I'm going to grab boss for next turn because ideally I'll attack with Arceus again. That would be quite nice there. I think I will. I'm going to bench this Arceus because he's a nice attacking option, right? And I will just attack here. 180. Do I want to? I'm going to put. Do I want to set up my? I'm going to go double fire on the Arceus. I potentially can get the Charcadet next turn. This way I can attach a fire on Arceus V. if I had without DTE, I could have one-shot the Giratina with Choice Belt. So we'll see what happens. So they have two. All right, so the Mew. Yeah, if they knock out the Mew, they knock out the Mew. Right now, to knock out the Mew, they got to attack with Giratina Vstar, and I will finish him off on my turn. So that's not bad at all. I'll have to think here what I do. I certainly want to get the Armarouge evolved. Plus, he's more HP, right? I kind of need that to happen. All right, I will slide up my V-Star that's all set to attack. We'll see what they do. They're just going to... Okay, was that their second rope? So I'll send up Mew if they play a third rope, and we'll just do that dance. So 3, so that gets 4 in the loss zone. 2 Mirage Gates gone, so I kind of like that. So another Giratina. Okay. So how do I want to work this? Another boss. So that's super nice as well. So I think I want to... use a boss here, right? And then... So I think I want to do... do I want to take 2 prizes this turn? Or do I want to set up my other guy? I'll take 2 prizes this turn because I have the potential to one-shot him next turn. I'll need to get Charcadet. I'm not sure what my energy situation is. 1, 2, 3. Actually, that's very nice there. So 1, 2, 3. So that does... I gotta do the math. I mean, I have a Choice Belt in deck too, but I think it's near the bottom of the deck, right? I kind of need to shuffle the deck, right? Because Iono'd it went to the bottom. But let's see. 3 times 8, 160. So it's 240, 260, I think, right? So it will with Choice Belt one-shot Giratina Vstar. So he does have the potential to one-shot him. We will see what happens here. I might just want to smack into the Giratina anyway. Okay, so they only have 1 Sableye left, I think. They probably play 2 Sableye. I mean, I know they play 2 because the one's in play, one's the loss. So they probably don't play a third, is my guess. See what they do here. So 7. So they can use Mirage Gate now. They've got, let's see, they burn 2 and 1 Psychic Energy and a Water there. So they have plenty of energy in deck. If they play 4 Mirage Gate, there's a decent chance they have it. If they don't play the full collection of 4, there's a decent chance they don't get it though. So they can't. Now they can. They do have that one-shotting attack. So I really would like to take out this Giratina. Okay, well, this is good too, because I will... Do I have any fire? No, I don't. So I want to gust you up, just smack into you. I'm not taking the knockout. I don't want to push for that. I'm going to attach a DTE right here. And I could play down the stadium, but that doesn't really help me, does it? So I'm just going to attack here. I kind of a bit sad about, oh, okay, that's actually nice. I'll get the 4th energy on him so he can one-shot a fresh Giratina Vstar. I don't know that that's going to happen, of course. I do have 1 lightning energy left that I can attach to Mew or a DTE. I only have 2 lightnings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and there's 8 fires, so I have all my fires in play, and my other lightning is in the deck. So that's not terrible. The deck, oh, I forgot. So the deck does get reshuffled after every time I attack with Arceus. So that Choice Belt, I don't know where it is in the deck. It's not necessarily at the bottom of the deck. And that was true earlier too, right? As soon as I had attacked for turn with Arceus, and I believe I've just attacked with Arceus, Arceus looks for energies to accelerate every time. All right, so cross switcher, I'm glad that cross switcher won't make me feel good, I got to say. So we'll see what happens here. So what do I have here? I have all my switching cards in deck. I have research. I'm just trying to think if they try to stall me out too, right? Radiant Heatran, I've stayed away from. He obviously is a nice card to one-shot the Giratina Vstar, but he's just too soft to target for Sableye. So they have 10 in the loss zone. So we'll see what they do. They might choose to blow up my Rayquaza Vmax. They can do it with the Start Requiem this turn. If they don't, okay, I get to finish him off, which is quite good. And I can finish him off easy peasy. And it makes sense saving their V-Star attack, right? So I'll send the Mew up, of course. He's got free retreat. I think I used research this turn. Might as well toss down my Magma Basin. I don't think there's any other Pokemon I want to play. Delphox? No, I can't really get the energy going, so that's fine. Right? I have no energy recovery. So once the energy is in play, it is what it is. I do have a fire that I can accelerate, but I will play that. I will play my research. I want to take the knockout here. I am pretty confident about that. Okay, well, that's good. And I will think I just attack with Arceus, right? That's the easy play here. Now, the Armarouge retreat costs 2, but I can accelerate energy to him, so they actually can't really get him stalled there either. So this is good, and I will just not attach that energy. I may want it, of course. It's a very nice hand, so we'll see what happens. At this point, they're down to single prizers, right? If they bench I don't think they're going to bench a Giratina V at this point in the game, because that gives me potential for games. So the question is, I don't think they can dig. They can't take 4 prizes. I don't think. They have to do it this turn and next turn, because I should take knockout at this point. Mew's got free retreat, the Armarouge, but I can accelerate energies to the Armarouge. I have a switch in hand as well. I haven't used my rope yet either. So, and I have a boss in deck still, so that's good too. So we'll kind of see what happens here. I don't think I want to discard the switch card just in case they go for a weird stall tactic. I don't think that's the way they got. Look, they didn't use their V-Star attack though. Their V-Star power. I apologize. The V-Star power, which is an attack in this case. I was trying to articulate that. So so if they get the Giratina V in play, I might want to try to get boss. I don't know though. I don't know. So Sableye, which doesn't take a prize. They also have to retreat him. So cross switcher. Okay, so see what they do. So they're going to gust up the Armarouge, install him out, and sprinkle damage on someone else. No, okay. I mean, Cramorant. Oh, okay. I mean, that's fine. I mean, I don't think that's a good play because he has free retreat. I think I just want to. Do I want to do something with these? I want to thin my deck some. So I want fresh cards. I don't want to. I think I will Iono. My opponent has a huge hand, so I'd like to reduce their options. And then, depending on what I get, I could use Rayquaza's ability. Oh, that DTE is nice. I think I'm going to sit on that. So I will just retreat here. Just attack here. Just sit on this 2-card hand. Do my 200 damage. Don't attach. So I could have attached the DTE to Armarouge, which gives him retreat if they go that route. Okay, boss is awesome. So got the 3rd boss. I mean, I think I just have game anyway, right? I could attach DTE to Armarouge. I could attach DTE to Mew to copy attack, but that's probably I'm not getting value on that, right? I can't really. I can't copy Cramorant's attack. I mean, I can, but I can't. I don't have the energy to pay. No, I do. It doesn't. I just choose. That's right. I don't need the energy on the attack to pay for it. So I don't have lost provisions, but I could do 110, which knock them out. But that's fine. I mean, they can, if they want to, they can knock out my Mew EX, but then I just blow them up, right? So So we'll see what they do. My guess is they're just going to do a little attack at their last turn and then either concede or let me take the knockout. All right, they're still digging. They haven't played a supporter, I don't think. I don't think so. I think that the colorist was last turn. They played 3 colorists, so nice job by them. I don't. Yeah, they haven't played any cards to discard things. So okay, let's see what they got rid of. Grass energy. So they have. Well, I don't know if these are in order, right? I guess I can't see them in order, and I would like to see them in order, right? Like because they're stacking things, which means it's not necessarily in order. So they have the retreat. I guess they're going to attack, and they could take 2 prizes, but it doesn't matter, right? I'll just attack with Arceus Vstar is the simplest thing. So, and it keeps putting more little those when they put the 20s, it showed the little symbol on the Mew kept lighting up as damage too. Anyway, so they took 2 prizes to make it look better, but they took 4 prizes. But all right, good. It looks like they let me take the knockout, which I appreciate. After you make more progress, but you get more points towards your you get more points towards the battle pass with the more when you take knockouts. So I appreciate that by my opponent, right? Especially, I think it's courteous if you're going to take a turn like they did, that you want to do a knockout, do some actions that don't get you the game. Then it's just polite, I think, to let your opponent take their last turn. And so my deck, just worked very easily there. And taking out the Giratina V, I 2-shotted, I believe, both Giratina Vs, but that meant they just didn't have any ways to get things going. All right, let us see what happens here. Yeah, that's hope for a good game. All right, metal. If it's a metal deck, that's good, right? I have Delphox, I have Armarouge, I have Heatran, so I can attack with those. Armarouge I don't really want to attack with, but and then it makes Radiant Heatran. I mean, yeah, Radiant Heatran easy. He doesn't need many damage counters then to take knockouts. All right, taking a mulligan. That's not ideal. All right, 1 mulligan. This isn't great. Okay, see what happens. Energy, Magma Basin, Ultra Ball, Fire Energy is not bad. So I go second here. So I play a Magma Basin. I discard a Fire, and okay, so they didn't really do anything here. So I'm going to discard a Fire, and this I get down Arceus. Just take a quick peek here. How many? Okay, so Arceus. I attach to Arceus. I play the Magma Basin, and oh no, right? So not a bad turn. If I get a switching card, I can accelerate to Rayquaza V. Okay, but I get a Charcadet in play, so I can get an energy onto him, which is good. And I just end turn here, so it's not ideal. They have call for family next turn, or they can attack. With Goldingo, I don't know if that's a great play for them, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, they got Battle VIP Pass. I imagine they drew that to start turn 2, kind of mocking them there, saying 1 card off. 1 deck spot away from where they wanted it to really get going. So a slow start for my opponent. The Delphox could be nice too because he'll blow up the active. And now he doesn't take out Radiant Greninja, but he'll take out a Gimmighoul on the bench. So I do like Delphox to get into play here. Radiant Heatran, of course, is very nice as well. I mean, I could. I might Delphox the way the 2 Gimmighouls, right? We'll see what they do. He's going to get more Gimmighouls in play, though, right? So I'll probably just smack him with the Arceus. I'm thinking. Yeah. I mean, if I took out, if they only had two Gimme Ghouls, taking them both out would be nice. Um, so I'll evolve into him. I'll play you down. What do I want to get in play? I need to get a switching card, right? So I need a switch, and I can grab a Pokemon, I think, right? Do I have switch or rope, or do I have both? How many cards in hand? Just seeing if Mew's a play or not. So switch, I think taking out the active is good. And do I want to... I think Radiant Heatran is a nice get here, right? But I'll grab the Nest Ball, just thin things out a little bit. Thin things out is my thought. So I attach here. I switch here. I'm going to get down the Radiant Heatran, who is great. They might blow up my Arceus, right? But oh, do I not have energy in the discard? I don't. Well, that's sad. Okay, I forgot about that. But anyway, that wasn't going to happen. So attack, take a knockout, get energy on Rayquaza, right? So even if they knock out my active, I mean, I can... All right, the Heatran, I forgot. I didn't have energy in the discard pile, so the Radiant Heatran probably wasn't the right call. Anyway, that was... I should have paid attention knowing that there's no energy in the discard pile, right? I was pleased I had the Magma Basin in play, which is great, but I didn't have energy in the discard. I did last turn, of course. So we'll see if they can knock me out. They have a bunch of energy in the discard pile. Oh, they haven't played any energy retrieval. Wow. So they have energy retrieval in hand because otherwise they wouldn't have tossed that away. So they have the knock. I assume they have the knock. Well, no, they don't have, well, they need the stage one, right? They have to attach. They probably have, I'm guessing they have superior energy retrieval. They need the stage one. That is one thing they have to have. Well, that's quite nice there. So I guess I hit into him. I mean, do I want to just... that's stinky. All right, so do I want to... I think I want to get... I'm going to grab a Mew because I just want to start... I'd like to get things developing a little bit. Or... do I want to grab the Vmax here? It's a nice hand, but I think I need to get my board developed. I hate losing both bosses. I do play Palpad, right? And I haven't played that yet, so there's no reason to play the supporter. I might get a supporter too I can play. So research is good. Yeah, research. All right, and I get to get an energy in the discard pile, so that's good. Get my Heatran heating up there, so to speak. I probably use the Nest Ball here. I don't know if I want Mew in play though, do I? I think I'm going to bench another Charcadet just to get him a little bit safer there. I will take the knockout, get energies onto the Rayquaza. Do I want to do... I have Charcadet though, right? Okay, so I will get these into play. Because I can move them with Armor Rouge, I can move the energies around, right? So which is good. So, yeah, okay. So they might knock me out. 140. I need another. I need more energy on the Radiant Heatran. What would I have? I'm not the one that Magma Basin left, so it gets a little dicey. I mean, I need to just keep getting energies in play with Magma Basin. I'm guessing they'll knock me out, which I don't love. I could, if they don't knock me out, I might use the rope. I might actually grab the Mew then and play rope. They're going to knock me out there, right? So What do they need? 5. They need 6, right? So they grab 4 there. So, so they play, okay, they play Psychic too, so they play Mimikyu then maybe? How many do you have? So, do they reveal the cards to me? I don't remember how Live does it. So they have the knockout. I think I take the knockout with Rayquaza, and he's safe from getting knocked out, right? So, all right, let me grab something here. Let me grab Mew, I think. Yeah, okay. So I don't think I'm going to need my choice belt. I'll put you on Mew. Get an energy into play because this is very important. Okay, that's my only energy in the discard pile. How many energies do I need? Okay, so I'm going to judge. Maybe I should research. Okay, that's a nice get there. I like that lightning energy. So I will put you on. I'm not going to want to attack with Mew, am I? Because Mew is no good, right? So, do I want to get down another Arceus? Don't really think I do. So, I think I attack. So I got to do 260, right? So he's doing 80, 60, 240. I think I get rid of 3, right? I believe 3 takes care of it. I hope so. 80, 60, 140, and plus a base of 20 should do the 260. Perfect. So when I have energy in play for a knockout next turn, I think I want to switch next turn. I do think I want to do that. Okay, which is fine. Give me Google. Just trying to think through what I want. How do I want to make this work? So I think I want to preserve my energy. So I want to keep. I think I'm going to burn the rope this turn. I could burn the DTE also. Radiant Heatran knocks out the Gibigool even easier than the Rayquaza does. So, okay, lost the stadium. That's unfortunate, but not a shocker. All right, so now they can gust somebody up. So I don't know what they're going to do. They could stall me, in which case I have the rope, and I have. So we'll see what they gust up. Either the armor or the Char Cadet, I assume. I probably burn the DTE this turn, I'm thinking. And then I will. I lost the stadium, so that's a big deal. So now the Radiant Heatran takes the knockout, though, right? And he gets 10-20. So I need to retreat. How do I want to work this? Okay, Armrouge is good too. I don't think I want to get rid of my both. So who do I want to attack with? 1, 2, right? He gets rid of. So I'm going to retreat into. I'm very conflicted about this. I think Radiant Heatran. I think it's easier to pull off the attack next turn. I think this way. That's what I'm thinking. So 280. Armrouge needs 3. The key thing is I need to be able to switch this turn if they gust me up. So if they knock out my active, which is fine. I send up Rayquaza. I attach. I mean, if they Iono me, maybe I should have put up the Rayquaza and attack. The problem with Rayquaza is I discard the energies, right? And then if they gusted up my Radiant Heatran, I don't have any way to attack, right? Possibly not for the rest of the game if I can't get my Magma Basin. Because 5, 6, 7, wait, what was the energy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 2 DTEs still. All right, if they were Aver me, okay, so they're knocking me out, which is fine. Okay, so I have game, which is what I wanted to see. So that's good. Okay, good. So it worked out. I think attacking with that I think that was the right play there. I'm not completely certain though. I will say that. So 80, 180. And we just do this, and I believe I have it, and I could dig more, but I believe this is it. So 260. So taking 2 knockouts with the Rayquaza Vmax on the Gimmighoul EX. So, so Rayquaza works quite nicely. Honestly, what I haven't been getting much value is from the Delphox. Like, this was a game potentially where Delphox would have been nice, but most games don't want a lot of games I don't think want the Delphox, and cycling those energies is tricky. I will say it is tricky. So kind of closing thoughts on this deck. I think I'm wrapping it up here. So I like the deck. It's a fun deck. It's a good idea. The Firebox Rayquaza Arceus is interesting. I'm personally Drapion V. If you're for playing the ladder, I think you don't drop the Drapion V. Even for tournaments, I mean, you can one-shot a Mew VMAX anyway. Do you need the Drapion V? I don't think you do. The Delphox is questionable. It's very good sometimes, but it's not easy to pull up. I think you definitely need I think its deck needs a Rod for sure. The trainers are pretty good. Add a Rod in, and maybe just drop the Drapion for a Rod, a Super Rod. That's what I'm thinking. I think I'd like the deck a little better then. I don't know that you need the split of the Charcadets. I think just go with 3 of this guy. You don't want to attack for 3 energy, I don't think. So that's my thought there. So, but a very good deck, and I encourage you to give it a try. Look, if you don't have, like, these VMAX are expensive to craft, so I assume you have Arceus Vstar. If you don't, you should craft it anyway because it's not rotating this for over another year. The Rayquaza Vmax, it's rotating in like a month or month and a half, and they're expensive to craft, and it's fun, so don't, give it, but if your resources are tight, then I would say hold off on the Rayquaza Vmax. Use those resources for something else that's going to get you better long-term value, but if you got it, give it a try. It's a fun and a very solid deck. Take care.